Ladies, gentlemen, what is going on? Are we live? Can you guys see a picture of a car right now? Can you guys see me right now? Let's guac and roll. How we all doing? It's been a while since we've been live over here. We're kind of trying to sort out all the technical issues. I'm doing it on a different computer. So hopefully I'm coming through to you guys and you can hear me and see me. Pretty sure there's a fair delay. So probably going to be like a 5 or 10 second delay. So hopefully you guys can see and hear me. It's always kind of weird starting off these live streams. I think that to myself, how am I going to be like live in front of people and just talking sort of on my own for like a whole hour, and then I end up going oftentimes a lot longer than an hour, and you guys just keep me talking. So I thought it's been a while, and I really wanted to see you guys. To hang out with this little community that we have, and I've been super busy. It's been my birthday actually today, so I thought I would, actually we all have Bad Riders, Adam Bad Riders to thank for this because he was the one that put the idea in my mind the other day. I saw a text message from him, and they said it was my birthday, or someone said it was my birthday. I can't remember who, and actually it was probably me actually. And he said, What about a birthday live stream? Question mark. And I was like, hey, that sounds like a pretty good idea. So I've got a bunch of topics and things that I want to talk about, but we'll get some hellos out of the way, and I want to thank everyone who's here in the video and on the live stream and in the chat right now. And I would like to encourage you guys. Thank you, Luke Hayes, for telling me that I'm coming through loud and clear. I should have asked that first. I would have hated to have been just talking right then for like 5 minutes, and no one realized that I'm actually live. Actually, it's only been like 3 minutes. But in any case, thank you very much, Luke, for letting me know. I just want to do a couple of like shout outs to people that were early in the comments, and I'll bring a couple of them up on the screen here right now. And actually, that's why I was late to the stream. It's because I'm doing this on a different computer, and I was trying to like figure out on this computer how to get the comments up on the screen, and I'd totally forgotten how I set that up on my other computer. So anyway, we're here now. I almost was going to do this stream just using my phone, and I thought, that's all right. I might as well just forgo having a coffee before the live stream, and then just figure out my technical situation. So I'm glad that I can be heard, and all that is happening. Swanee wants to bomb the back of the stream.
Do. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Swanee. Robert Fowler says happy birthday to Chuck. He doesn't say happy birthday to Swanee though.
Well, my birthday isn't until next week.
Swanee's birthday is like exactly next week, like
next Saturday.
Next Saturday, depending on where you're watching from. I think everyone here, except for I don't know, everyone here except for someone. I think Carlo. So for Carlo, it'll be Sunday when your birthday is. For Carlo, it's Sunday now. So we've got a bunch of happy birthday messages. Abby says happy birthday. Are you and Rob together? I assume you guys are having like a Saturday breakfast. You've just been for like a 10K run. That's what I reckon has happened. They literally went for a 5K run the other day, Rob was telling me. Robert Fowler, he says happy birthday. And happy birthday to you, sir. It was Robert's birthday on Monday. Was it Monday? Was it Sunday? Was it Tuesday? I think it was Monday.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Only a few days ago. we figured out actually that Robert Fowler and I are not only born 6 days apart, like in birthday, but actually we were both born in the same year, which means we were actually born. He's actually 6 days older than me,
Oh.
like just to the day. And I didn't realize that. I think he might have told me last year, but I totally forgot between here and now.
Rob, that makes you exactly 3 years and 12 days older than myself.
12 days. We're on it. And we've got a comment from Luke Hayes, and I'm just going to have to fix. So this is the behind the scenes stuff that I wanted to not have to deal with right now. Luke Hayes, if you made a really long comment, I'm going to need to adjust this. Make that a bit smaller. There we go. Alright, sweet. Luke Hayes says, happy birthday, Chuck, bro. Or whatever that's. Bro. Hope you have a great day. I'm planning on having a great day. I'm going to spend some of it with you guys and then just having a chat for the next hour, or depending on how long the chat keeps going for. And I started late, so we'll go a bit late. But then I'm just going to be chilling for the most of the day, I think. Not anything really super exciting planned. It's not a super significant birthday. So I had a significant birthday last year, but and we went out for dinner and stuff, the boys and I.
Yeah, it was
But
great.
actually, Swanee's twin brother also has a birthday next Saturday. I suppose that's when you're
That's how
twins.
twins work.
Yeah, that is how twins work. So a few of us are catching up for that, but Swanee's decided to go have a party weekend away from all of his friends.
I'll be in your neck of the woods, Rob.
Yeah, you should. Oh yeah, you're going to Brizzy, aren't you?
I'm going to Brizzy. I will be
Brizz,
with 20 footy
Vegas.
blokes. That
Nice.
will be, yeah, probably misbehaving. But
Well, I hope you have a good fun on that. We got another happy birthday message from Bad Riders. Don't know if is he in the chat? Did he come back to the chat? He dropped a couple comments early on. And we got a happy B-Day from Anjen. Nice to see you here in the chat as well. Hopefully you're still around. Where is my little counter that shows how many people are watching? Apparently 7. Is that right? I think. I don't know. I always am a bit sus on what YouTube says is going on versus what is actually going on. But if there's 8 people viewing us, then that's fantastic. It's been so long since I've live streamed. I think it was like around Easter time I did one. So back in like April. So it's now late October. So it's really nice. I was surprised that anyone would even remember that I'm a person that sometimes is on the internet. I keep wanting to be on the internet more, but my focus has been elsewhere the last kind of 6 months. So it's really nice to be on here. Catman Snow, he says, happy B-Day, Chuck. It's not nice to... Oh, happy baddie, Chuck. I try not to be a baddie. That's my whole thing here. And Jen with that's what I thought. Lots of people are saying B-Day, and I guess that's not just an Australian shortening. That's other people understand that too. But Aussie is the bit that Engen's missing there, which usually comes first. But I said hello for some reason, and Dean says happy birthday. How go your plans, Dean, for going to Japan? I saw that In Motion SLB had a comment about when you're in Japan, and I think there's a few answers. I know that Engen and I think it's the 303 crew, or I'm not sure what they call themselves, but the Belgium contingent of DWCP people are trying to go to Japan sometime in February, I think. and I think this guy wants to go. So I don't know whether he's made any plans yet.
I haven't. I'm flying solo.
Yeah, I won't be going to Japan in this coming season. I hope to go the year after, like 2026 early, but that among many reasons. Well, actually, as you can see by the thumbnail there, that this is one of the reasons why I won't be going to Japan. Is I'm not a Chuck. I'm a Chuck van by name only. I don't actually own a van anymore, but I do have that nice looking car that's in the thumbnail and just behind me right now. At least it's nice looking to me. Some people might say, "Oh, the Americans in the chat will be like, I've not seen that car ever before," because they don't make it in your country. But the Australians in the chat are going, "That's a Bougainmobile right there." So, but we're back. Robert Fowler says, "Is that a Subaru?" No, it is not a Subaru. It's a Holden Commodore. Ventura Carlo says, "There's Chuck. He's here." We got a yo-yo from Dean. Hey Chuck, I think this is when the stream was starting. Adventurer Carlo says happy birthday again. I think he said that a couple times. So already saw that. And Robert Fowler saying it was he that said it was my birthday. Yeah, I've been trying to keep this one kind of quiet. Actually, it was Bad Riders that kind of said you should do a stream, and I was trying to get the whole thing to fly like under the radar completely, just down.
You can't keep it quiet, Chuck.
Not from people who know when it is, clearly. But Robert Fowler says, "Cheers, guys," and yeah, that's for his birthday being earlier in the week. Luke Hayes, Mr. Swanee Brews, looking slick. He's he's got the glasses. He's just been out washing his car.
Washing the new RAV, yes.
Yeah, that's news for anyone in here. Swanee's bought himself a new hybrid RAV4. It's actually a pretty big looking car. I haven't even seen the inside of it yet. But to be fair, I haven't really asked to. There's so many cars. I've got so many cars. He's like, "I bought a new car." I'm like, "I own 3. Yeah, that's correct. Carlos Swanee does make an appearance. Only when he means to quote the Lord of the Rings.
You mean I arrived precisely when I mean to?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you completed the quote. Yeah. For those, we could have just left it hanging there, but Robert Fowler and Abby's just a couple of days. Yeah, I forgot that too. You even only told me earlier in the week. Like, there's a whole like click. Is she like same year? Surely she's like 5 years younger than both of us, just by looking at her. Carlo says g'day to Luke, and Luke, can I not go up further? What is happening here? Interesting. I might need to refresh this chat. There we go. Was a comment from Luke I'm looking for. So what's everyone up to today? While I'm looking for this comment, Swanee, what are you up to?
I'm actually about to go get a haircut, which I might do right now.
Okay. Well, thanks for dropping by. Everyone give Swanee a cheerio. And if we haven't already, like the video. And you guys are all subscribed already, I think, to this channel. But
Like, subscribe, ring that bell.
ring the notification bell so that you know when out of the blue my random live streams or videos drop. I've got so much editing that I want to do when I have time. So yeah, I can actually move my chair now.
Sorry, I was leaning on it.
Yeah.
Alright, bye everyone.
See you, Swanee. Alright. I think I'm at the top of the chat. Adventurer Carlo says, let's go. Yeah, we've already did that one. Okay, I know. Oh, yeah. So, thanks for that, Luke. Looking good. I've been... that's one of the other reasons why you haven't seen me for a while. I've just been focused a lot on a bunch of different things. So, the topics that I wanted to get into today is like, how was the winter in Australia? What's been doing with me? And why I haven't done any videos. But those two things are kind of like linked together. Like a lot of it has just been because I've been really, and I guess I said I'm not going to be doing any like overseas trips, probably at least in the next sort of 12 months, I would say. And most of that is just purely financial stuff, but getting myself on track. But getting myself on track financially, but also getting myself on track physically and health-wise. So recently, I've been doing a big push trying to kind of get a bit more healthy, eat better, and be a bit more active. So a few pounds down on when I started the year. Still a lot more to go, but and I'm sure Bad Riders will put like a Chuck Fit the comment in there. I don't think I'm going to be doing any videos on fitness or recording any of that anytime soon, but I'm fairly certain that but yeah, I've just mainly been focused on the things that are going to either make me healthier or earn more money. And unfortunately, you know, I love doing like videos as a hobby, and I love doing live streams, and I love doing all this stuff, but it takes a lot of time to do that, and I've just been investing my time on things that have been giving more of a return. So my business, my health, that kind of stuff. So Bad Riders, good to have you in here, man. Happy birthday, big man. Hopefully not as big as what I used to. And he Bad Rider says he has some huge Ute news too, which is awesome. Did you get a new one? I know you had a Holden Ute, but a what was it, a Colorado or not a Rodeo? Yannick in Motion SLB says happy birthday, bro. Thanks, dude. Much appreciated. Nice. And I think I'm gonna just zip down to the chat because I feel like I've done some of these comments already. Yeah. And LH Cool Breeze is in here. How you going, Lindsay? Happy birthday, Scorpio. Yeah. Thanks for dropping the Scorpion in the chat. Much appreciate it. So I hope you're doing good. I've been seeing videos dropping from you. I saw you got followed by a drone, like on the foil the other day. Hope you're enjoying the windsurfing, dude. That's all too gnarly to me. One of the things I do want to do this, because now it's starting to become winter over your guys' way. It's getting into summer, although yesterday and today it's a little bit more cold. Like not winter sort of cold, but definitely a bit more cold than what it has been. We've had some pretty warm weather, but I want to go to the beach this summer. I keep saying that every summer, and I never go to the beach. I didn't even go once last summer, and it was really hot. So, sorry, Chuck Bro, autocorrected, nice. It wasn't, the order was fine. It was, the spelling was hilarious, though. And we've got L Stacker Adventures dropping a yo in the chat. And I can see some potatoes in there too. Everyone needs to get some potatoes in the chat. How do I do potato? I'm going to put some potatoes in there. In honor of El Stacker, you guys get to see actually how bad the delay is. And LH Coolbree says, yeah, badass ute or badass ute. Exactly. I had to get one because of the comment that I saw Dean make earlier, which is, and I'm just going to take myself away for a moment. That's true. She's one of the last Holden V8s, and it's actually this one that I have is a 2008 model. So she's not, and they stopped making them in 2017. Yeah, you can't buy a car like this anywhere. So mine's not super new, but the VF model ones, which were the sort of last ones that came off the line, if you got a really nice one of those in a V8, you're looking at $60,000 to $90,000, and that's Australian dollars. This one here, a bit less than that. This is probably the most common one that's on the road at the moment. The VE, which is the second last model in production. Mine's a Series 1 SS SSV actually. So it's the one that had the nicer interior and some leather trim and whatnot on the inside. So yeah, that was actually my birthday gift to myself for my birthday last year. And it's sort of my birthday gift to me last year and this year and the year after that and the year after that. So I really do love that it's there in the driveway for me. El Stacker in the house. El Stacker says, the Swain man, sup boys. Swanee wasn't here to see that, but he's gone off to get a haircut. I had one the other week actually. Still sort of longish hair, but I was getting a bit sideshow bob in the back, so I had to deal with that. Robert Fowler comes with the Chuck, how come the car is so much taller than you? The magic of thumbnails is the answer to that question. But I suspect that you already know that. Carlo says it's only Saturday for him. Interesting. What is the time? What day is it today here? I'm fairly certain. Oh, no, it's Sunday. Oh. Yeah, it's Sunday here, which means it would be Saturday, sort of towards the late afternoon over there. I'm gonna dive to the bottom of the chat and then work my way back up so I don't super miss anything. Except Carlo just said, "Oh yeah, it's 7:24," so that's fair enough. It's like 10:30 a.m. here on Sunday. Luke Hayes says, "What El Stacker? Chuck in Idaho." I'm not sure what you mean by that, Luke, but I'm not sure El Stacker is in Idaho. Is he? Question mark. That's fair. El Stacker. Ventura Carlo says, "What up to El Stacker?" What we got here? This is kind of driving me nuts. Why isn't it letting me scroll? There we go. Robert Fowler, it's good to see Swanee. Again, I'm sorry that we didn't get to those comments while he was still standing here. Ring-a-ding-ding. Bye-bye, Swanee. Cheerio, Swaney. You love to see all that. Stacker says, "Sup to the boys." El Stacker says, "Cannonball the like button." I'm not sure Oh, I can see. We've got 12 likes on the video. That's fantastic. Very happy with that. Alright. That's kind of annoying. Every time I click off this chat, I need to refresh it. Adventure Carlo says explode the like button. Carlo's out in Boston. Boston. I can't do like a Boston accent. I can't do any accent, really. Adventure Carlo says, it's got to have dinner. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers, Carlo. Thanks for dropping into the chat. Engen is finally going to Japan, says Luke Hayes. I'm so happy for you, mate. Yeah, me too. Japan is the place. I really love it. And I hope that you guys do as well. I wish I could come there and join you guys. Yeah, just couldn't make it happen for this season. Need to hunker down. Got some life responsibilities to take care of. So it'd be quite fiscally irresponsible of me to go to Japan this year. I would love to though, and I hear you guys are going to Niseko, and I've been there twice. I love that place. So, and Jen says, yeah, they're in Niseko, 25th of the 1st through to the 7th of February. That's kind of the sweet spot too. That's always when we go, and we've always had sort of like at least one good storm during that time. But it snows like so much there that, you know, I think you're going to be good for sure. El Stacker with the question, I think maybe Chuck is on his way to Idaho. Geez, I'd love to be. But yeah, no, I don't think I'll be doing any international trips for a little bit. I feel like 2025 is a year that I'll just be here. I'll be trying to ride my one wheel and to keep the stoke alive in the summer. Be going to the beach, be doing a good bit of just work, but just enjoying it. Enjoying life as best I can. Hopefully finding some time to edit some videos of last year's Japan trip so that there's some of that for you guys to have a look at that I haven't been able to share just yet. This is one of my favorite ones right here. So from Dean, chains won't fit on the ute. I feel like there needs to be a question mark on that. Actually, so diamond chains do not fit. I don't think there is a size there that does. And if I am to bring myself, how do I do this? Bring myself down to here. Actually, my head there is in the way of the back wheel, so you can't really super duper see it, but I'm there. But yeah, as far as the chains situation is concerned, actually I do have a set of chains. They're the old school like red ring ones that go that actually go on it. Now the chains technically fit, but the car is that low I can barely actually get it into the driveway. Much less because it's quite long as well. I've got a little steep first part of my driveway, so I have to take it at like this wild angle to get it in there. And I only just recently figured out how to do that, and that was good. But yeah, I've got the old school like loop chains, and they do fit, but there's like less than a centimeter of clearance between the wheel and the guard when they do. So I don't think it's going to be a mid-season car, but to be fair, I don't think there was ever any weather in this snow season that's just last gone here in Australia. I don't think there was ever a storm that would have necessitated the chains to be used anyway. um, yeah, and Jen says just jack the car up. Well, you could. That would help to get the chains on. It wouldn't be the most practical, like in the snow, for sure. But it's a rear-wheel drive V8, 6-speed manual. So it's really not the car to be driving in deep snow, even with chains. But yeah, the problem isn't necessarily getting the chains on. It's when they are on, there's just no clearance at all between the chains and the guard. So you would have to drive like you've got to drive slow when if you've got chains on your car anyway. But you would have to drive like so slow. But yes, anyway, I do own a set of chains for that car, and the guys at the shop didn't even want to sell them to me because they normally do just sell like those diamond chains, which I don't think they make a size that fits that fits that car. It's hilarious anyway. El Stacker says, miss your guys. Wish I was there on your birthday. Thanks, dude. It'd be nice if you were here. We'd probably be out. I don't know. We'd be going to get some lunch. Maybe getting a beer or something at some point. But I'll have a beer for you next week when I'm with the rest of the lads. Pop that just down there. Messing around. Oh, no. Lock that in there. Then I'll grab me. And I'll put me sort of up here, I think. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. You can sort of still see the car. I could make myself like this. Yeah, that'll do. Where are we at? Oh, man. There we go. I feel like that's a long comment. Just trying to sort out how the stream is going. The Pontiac G8 GTO and the Chevrolet SS were all based off the V8 Holdens that were sold here in the US back in the 2000s, he says. So yeah, I have actually seen that. In fact, I tell a lie. It's not that you can't, like they never produced Holdens in North America, but what they did do, they did have those cars that were very similar, and actually there are some places over there that took actually, I think there's a joint in Colorado, and there's another mechanic shop somewhere else that were doing conversions of these, like this, my exact model, the VE SS. They would get parts from the Chevy SS, and they had one of and they'd have like a VE, like one of mine, sent over, and they do the conversion from right hand to left hand drive. And the result, I think there were a couple of minor differences, like they couldn't put like the air vents like on the back of it or something like that, but they were taking these and actually converting them. So it's not impossible that you would see one of these driving around over there, but I think it costs a fair bit to get that conversion done. But there's just something nice about these vehicles, because you've got like most like V8, most cars with a V8 engine these days are like just either a massive like SUV four-wheel drive type thing, or they're like a big truck. Whereas this is, El Stacker once called this kind of car a car truck, which it sort of is. It's a car with a tray on the back, and it's so light in the back. It's really fun to drive. The big engine, small car, relatively small car, and a huge huge amount of torque. So really fun to drive. Dean says sideways, Chuck. It might have got. It's. I'm actually gonna. I want to have a. I want to have this car for a while. So, like it sits in the backyard when I drive it. It's got the car cover on it. So I'm eventually gonna try and get it in the shed. And I want to have this. I want to have like one of the last VESS's that actually has not fallen to pieces. And this one's in. It's got a few dings and scratches here and there, but hasn't got any massive damage. So I feel like I want to have this thing for a while. So I'm not going to be doing a bunch of sketchy things with it. But yeah, I will. Suffice to say, I can, from personal experience, let you guys know it's quite fun behind the wheel there. Robert Fowler asks if we won't be riding NZ together next year, Chuck. What about riding Gold Coast? I need to fix. I wonder why it's being cut off. Actually, I think I know why it's being cut off. Bear with me whilst I'm messing around with stuff. If we go. Right. Nope. Oh, yeah, it's not coming up at all. Alright, I don't know why it's not showing all of Rob's comment. Technical difficulties, we love to see it. But yeah, what about riding Gold Coast? Possibility. I'd have to. Are you still riding the electric skateboards? Because that could be fun. And you and Abby have both got like the electric skateboards as well, don't you? So I could very well possibly drive up there, take the ute for a go. That's a funny photo. Alright, I'll stop messing around with that. But yeah, that's possible. I could go up there. I don't think I'd fly up there, mostly because I can't take the one wheel on a plane. Adventure Carlo is back. Amazing. Happy to hear it. How do I make this thing bigger? There we go. Yeah, LH Coolberry says it's a crock. Yeah. Dean says thanks for the chat. He's got to go. No worries. Rob Fowler says we do indeed. Yeah. That'd be nice. We could catch up and you could show. We could go for a whiz like around Brisbane. Find a nice lunch somewhere. And I feel like that's something that we'd all really enjoy. Just need to find time and a little bit of money to do it. So, as far as how things are going, I wanted to chat a little bit. I'm not sure. Now, it's pretty exciting for those in the United States that I guess the weather should be starting to almost get cold by now. And I saw that Bogus Basin got sort of their first like dusting of snow the other day. And I'm sure that we'll start to see like videos from the North American like snowboarders soon, and that'll be exciting. Or the snowboard YouTubers coming back into the fray. I have to say that as far as the season and winter here in Australia, what we didn't have the best season as far as skiing and snowboarding went for winter. That didn't stop me though. I think I was on a couple of chat threads where people were quite down in the dumps and quite negative actually about the Australian snow season. And yeah, it wasn't the best one that that I've ever seen. But even still, we had a little bit of snow early on, but not really too much natural snow. There are a lot of cold temps, like it was a bit of a late start. Normally, the snow starts somewhere, starts dropping in sort of May, and then they try to get the resorts open for like the first weekend or second weekend in June. However, this year there was a bit of a delay on that, not enough natural snow to get started. Snowmaking did start, but it was basically a season that was held together by snowmaking, and it was an early finish as well, because the resorts weren't able to sort of get a solid base in place. Perisher was like the last to close because they were the earliest to start snowmaking, and there was plenty of cold temps through the season, but with a lack of actual sort of downpour and snowstorms, it was sort of hard to keep it going. There's still lots of fun to be had. Like all the resorts were able to open. Perisher opened most of its areas, and I got about 10 to 12 days this season, which is not a lot, but did a couple of trips down and visited Perisher, visited Thredbo, and I was offered a discount season pass for Selwyn, which is the Mount Selwyn, which is this very small resort that's actually closest to the place where I stay down there in the mountains. So I managed to have quite a few days there on that season pass, and it was the first time that resort was actually as big as it is, which is not very. It was the first time they had enough snow to sort of fully open that small resort, like since 2019, and that was the resort that burnt down in the fires of that year, in the summer of 2019-2020. So yeah, it was nice to spend some time there, and I still had a lot of fun. Got some days in. I feel like my riding switch is getting slightly better. So I feel like I'm a little bit more confident riding a little faster. So for my age, I'm pretty happy with that. A little bit of progression throughout the season. Ventura Carlo says that he's eating some lasagna. Emotion SLB, he says yo, and he then follows that up with what dates you boys in Japan may make it out there. So NGen actually put that in the chat a little bit earlier. Where's the dates? So NGen, and I think it is the 303 crew. They're gonna be there 25th January to the 7th of 25th January to 7th of February, and that's really cool. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it this year. I think Swanee still wants to go, so if you need an extra number, to meet up and join accommodation and stuff like that, I'm sure he'd be really keen to join any crew that may be going. Ventura Carlo says, can't wait for opening day at Bogus. Geez, there's just something about that mountain. I think it's a little hidden gem, and I've really loved pretty much every day I've ever had at Bogus Basin. When all the terrain's open, it's really fun. And, it's not mega huge. It's still way bigger than like Mount Selwyn. and any of the places around here. But yeah, that's not bad at all. Luke Hay says, "Are you working with Kevin this year, Yannick?" That's a good question. Um, so yeah, I explained it. I think you came in and out of the chat, but I explained it a little bit earlier that I just can't do it this year. I'm probably not going to be making another international trip until like 2026. To be fair, I think next year I need to just get some things in my life sorted out. Unfortunately, um, actually that's hilarious because Emotion says not this season. In answer to Luke's question about whether he's going to be working with Kevin this year, he got a proper adult job. So I've got to put some time into my proper adult job, which is probably one of the reasons why. Well, there are a couple of reasons. Number one, I was able to purchase that nice car that's in the thumbnail last year, but also I've got to put some time into my business ventures, and that's why I haven't really been online all that much is I've just been putting all of my energy into both that and trying to get a bit more healthy. So this year I'm down round about a little bit over, somewhere between, it's probably closer to 10 kilos less than what I started the year at the moment. And last couple of weeks I've been a bit slack on the workout routine and on the diet, so I'm hoping that I haven't put too much back on, but definitely that trend's going in the right direction. So snowboarding's way easier when you're not, over 100 kilos. Carlo said he got really good at riding Switch last season. Yeah, it's something that I've been working on like a little bit by little bit, sort of like every trip. Every year I'll do like at least a couple of turns. So towards the end, like at the spring season this year, so up until now my form going Switch has been completely horrendous, especially doing like toe side carves. That for some reason that toe side, for me being a natural footed rider, putting that right foot down the hill, for some reason just my brain and my body position doesn't want to twig with it. But it started to feel a little bit better and was able to sort of set an edge a little bit. But it was really, when I was practicing, it was really slushy, bumpy snow, so probably not the best conditions. Or maybe you could say it is the best conditions to sort of practice, because if you fall, it's not so bad. But also you can't really grip an edge in that snow. So up until now, I've just mostly been doing, skidded Switch turns. And I want to kind of get into, but I've got no comfort going at any kind of speed. So that's the next step. I think my form's got a bit better. I've actually started to sort of make actual carved turns, especially like on the heel edge, but a little bit on the toe edge as well. But now I've just got to add some comfortability with going a bit faster. So, but yeah, that's really good, dude. Being able to ride Switch unlocks a whole bunch of things, even just a little bit. Alright, Catman Snow said he was gaming with friends. I hope you're still with us. If not, then that's nice. I don't think Bad Riders ever came back into the stream. I do enjoy how these streams sort of just end up like being a good bit of just hang out with friends and catch up. That's the main one of the main reasons I kind of really enjoy doing it, actually. Alright. It's a good question. Is Luke going to be heading out to Japan? Has Swanee been in touch to try and organise a trip? Short-term pain, long-term gain. Yeah, it really took a fair bit of consistency. Like at first, when I started like going to the gym and making some aggressive dietary changes, like I saw basically absolutely no change for the first like month or two, but still going, but continuing to go. All of a sudden, I jump on the scales, and I know that it's not just weight. And I must admit, particularly lately, I've hit a bit of a plateau, and I feel like my weight has just been hovering around like the same, even though I feel like I've dropped a good bit, and then it just sort of hovers, and then drops a little bit, and then hovers, and then you'll drop a couple kilos. So I feel like you've really got to, it's all about consistency. You got to stick with it, and that's why I'm a bit off myself at the moment, because the last 2 weeks I haven't really been getting into it. But having said that, you know, it's been an absolutely huge notice, or what I've really noticed has been actually my waistline. So, and I know that that's probably more telling in terms of the work that you're doing rather than actually the scales, because your weight just always is varying. But yeah, no, I've significantly noticed my snowboard pants have started to are not as tight as what they were when we went to Japan earlier in the year. And just in general, like, my clothing is hanging off me a little bit more. My waistline, like pants that were sort of comfortable before, I'm actually having to put another notch like in my belt, for my the pants that I wear to my work. So all that's great stuff. So makes me feel good too. So thanks, dude, much appreciated. Emotion says looking good. Captain Man Snow says that he's still with us, and Robert Fowler says, will you be going to the Snow Expo in Sydney next year? I'm not sure they've announced dates yet, but good chance, yes. I'll be going to that, even though I've kind of seen like almost everything. I've been, like, when we went this year, the best part of going was actually meeting up with you and Abby, and Luke and Lauren, and just like getting lunch and stuff afterwards. The actual event itself was really not, aside from entering all the competitions, didn't really offer anything sort of all that new compared to when I went like 3 or 4 years ago. But I'd say if you guys are going to go again, then I'll definitely be going again. So if not just to meet you guys, for sure. The meetup we had was really fun. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. I think that was the highlight for it, or highlight of it for me as well. In fact, actually, from the interestingly enough, in the background here, I've still got my full show bag, like full of the stuff that we like got from that expo, and like I haven't even opened it yet. I haven't even got through, like, there's this cool like plushy thing, and that's kind of, I've got like an epic bandana, like there's a heap of stuff in here. Actually, I should probably go through it. LL Cool Breeze, he's saying goodbye, I think. Cheers until next time. Nice. Well, we're probably going to be wrapping the stream up sometime in the next few minutes anyway, so cheers for joining, much appreciate that, and all the best, dude. But yeah, I actually haven't even opened all my show bags, like from the last from the last one. But yeah, I'd love to go again. And Luke Hayes says, don't think I'll be going to Japan this year. My fiance will leave me. That's fair, and we can't be having that. She's a nice lady, and you want to be keeping her happy. But yeah, no, that's fair. And I think it's something I'm going to be guessing, but I assume it's probably similar reasons to the reason why I won't be going. It's just I want to get myself a bit further ahead in a better position, because like I might be able to get there, but when I get home, the rest of my life is going to be awful catching up. I'm still sort of catching up from the last Japan trip. And yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you got to do what you got to do, and at the end of the day, snowboarding is definitely an extracurricular activity. It's a fun activity. I think that it's one of my favorite things to do. And next year, I'm hoping that the Australian season is okay. I've already put the deposit down on my Epic Pass or my Epic Australia Pass for next year. So, and I've got I've got my caravan down there, sort of in the bush, which I've been starting to sort of go to, actually, not just for snowboarding, but spend a bit of time there. But yeah, I'll be just kicking it in Australia next year. Not an unboxing stream now. As much as I probably should actually go through that bag, because I actually don't remember a lot of the stuff that I picked up. So it should be actually fun to go through. I think I got a lot of trail maps and various things, but that's something I'll go through later. The coffee flask from the Japan store was great. Nice. I'm not sure if I actually got one of those. I'll be stoked if I did. In fact, I might go digging for that later. Oh, you need some Vegemite. That's true. Were you not able to find some, like on Amazon or something like that? I do remember that we had like a private chat about that, and surely there was a site that you could order it from that would be way easier than me sending it to you. But if you really need me to send you some, then I'll then DM me and we'll figure something out. But surely there would be somewhere that imports it. Don't know what it is. I just can't get this to be right. Anyway, this year Luke actually won something from the competitions at the expo. Nice. A really good jacket. What kind of jacket did you get? Was it like a cool like 6861 or something like that? Yeah, Robert Fowler says that's nice. Robert Fowler says he remembers there was some controversy if the shop next to us was open or if the people inside were our reflection. Very meta. Metaphysical. But were they our reflection? Was this when we were getting lunch? I'm kind of confused. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. No, dude, if you go on, I'm sure that you can like buy it on Amazon. Or there's got to be some site that would deliver it way cheaper than me actually posting it to you, because like it costs a lot because it's a heavy jar to send anything internationally. Like, it's not cheap. I'll do it if we really need to do it that way, though. Luke says, so true. There was some confusion about that. Rob's like, there's no confusion. It was totally closed. The shop there, I think we were just having a joke. I remember that I bet there were some nice looking people in that shop, though, if you ask me. And then it was good. We had that interesting little cafe that did, I don't even remember, was like, was it like a little Korean cafe, or was it something else? I remember that we It was an interesting sort of like cafe situation. I don't remember. I do remember it was interesting. I remember getting like a coffee that was a weird flavor. I remember we had gelatissimo after that though, and that was really good. Luke Hayes says it was an Alterix Papa jacket. I'm not sure. You may have spelt it wrong. I actually don't know. Robert Fowler says it was a matcha cafe. That makes sense. I still don't remember what the thing was that most people were getting though. When I was a matcha cafe, I don't think I had a matcha coffee because matcha actually I'm not a huge fan of, and I know Luke Hayes isn't either. Rob Fowler is laughing at us all for having dodgy memories. It was super fun though. I really enjoyed the meetup that we got to have. So, all right, I think I might actually bring this thing to a close. Really, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And Catman Snow. I hope you find some Vegemite and a place that you can actually buy that online. I'm sure that you'll be able to get it off whatever the Euro version of Amazon or eBay or whatever it is. Isn't it like blue something or red something? There's a site where you can buy stuff from. Robert Fowler with the memory, yes, it was takoyaki. That's exactly what I got. And I got like one of those ridiculous... I got a sandwich as well. I must have been so hungry. I don't think I ate at all like that day. Sando? I don't even know what Sando is. Rob says, great to see you. Rob says, happy birthday. Catman Man's looking it up like right now. Luke Hayes says that he loves matcha. No. What Luke Hayes is actually saying is that is actually... Hang on. Alright, it's more like this, I think. It's mocha, not matcha. Those two things, I think we found out at, what was it, Dutch Bros, that those two things are not the same thing. But no, thank you everyone for dropping a like on the video here and hanging out. It was nice getting to see you all. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be dropping any videos anytime soon, but I do have a bunch of them to edit. I've got one that's like half edited that's been sitting like on my phone for ages, and when I get the time, I'll start like putting them out there. I want to put the videos from like the last Japan trip. I made a bunch of those. Well, I haven't made a bunch of those, but I filmed a bunch of those. There's the last couple of US trips, so whenever I get time that I've finished all of my work stuff, that's what I'm probably going to start, but I'm not going to make any claims that I'm going to do it anytime soon. I have been, and I mentioned this in the last stream, I've been playing around with whether I want to do like some like movie and TV show reviews like on this channel, because that's kind of like what I'm really into at the moment. Hopefully I'll do another live stream actually where I want to ask you guys about like what you've been watching recently. But in any case, actually that's something, if you've made it through to this long in the video and you're still there like listening to me, then I'd like to know, put it down in the comments below, like what movies and TV shows have you been watching recently. I went to see Venom: The Last Dance on Friday night, and I can tell you I have some things to say about that movie. In any case, I love you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and from the birthday boy, goodbye for now, while I awkwardly close out the stream. I'm sorry, Bad Riders. You're too late. I'm shutting it down. You came right at the end, dude, where I was just saying goodbye to everyone. Send me a DM. Love you all. Bye for now. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you in another video at some point.